Hello, my besties and Amaras. Welcome back to another episode of Painting with TSMA Pagalia. And you are watching the official channel of the Sexy Music Assassins. Alright, and if you're new watching this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, and comment below. And also, please don't forget to give us a thumbs up if you like it. And also, please follow all my TSMA family on smule.com. And they're all amazing singers. So what we are doing here, we are going to do a triptych art painting tutorial in which we are using 3 panels. Triptych is, it means to say it's from the Greek adjective, it means to say threefold. So, and this is also a work of art and usually a panel painting, but right now we are using this stretch canvas and it is divided into 3 sections or 3 curve panels if that's what you want to use. So the term for all multi-panel works. So the middle part is typically the largest and it is flanked by 2 smaller related works. But what I'm using here, they're all the same dimensions, all right? And there there are triptychs of equal sized panels, but this one is the stretch one. And it is also a form of the form can also be used for pendant jewelry. You know, if you do that, then you need hinges and stuff like that. But this one is we're doing an art format. So the term is sometimes used more generally to connote anything with 3 parts. So particularly if they are integrated into a single unit. So this one, what we are doing right here, is another variation of the blowing technique. It means to say it's the hair dryer pour. As you can see, we use a hair dryer to push the paint in different directions and mix the paints together to create cells and other effects like lacings. Like what we are doing here, we are pushing the red paint to cover the canvas. And you can also use hair dryer attachments. Sometimes the dryer doesn't come with attachments and you have to buy that, but I suggest that you buy the one that has already attachments, so you can blow the paint in a more controlled fashion. And the hair dryer should be used minimally, or the paint can mix too much and become muddy in color. So we have to really be careful with what we are doing. As you can see, this hair dryer is blowing the red paint all over. Alright, you can either use just one paint if you want, but if you want to like tone your design or do like a depth variation, stuff like that, you can either use 2 tones or 3 tones, depending on your preferences. So please don't forget to check out the links below. Right, there you go. So you know the triptych form arises from early Christian art. Remember when people sometimes paint, they do artwork, and this was a popular standard format for altar paintings, from the Middle Ages onward. Remember when, like, that of the 12 disciples of Christ, as you can see, some of the painters love to use this triptych technique. Alright, so the highest price ever paid for an artwork at auction was, like, if I'm not mistaken, 142.4 million. Wow. Wow. Nice one, huh? Wow. So just imagine that. That's huge. as in, that's a lot of money. And that was for a 1969 Triptych. If you heard about the 3 studies of Lucian Freud, that was the one by Francis Bacon in November 2012. And the record was broken in May 2015 by 179.4 million for Pablo Picasso's, the Les Famous Dialgar in 1955. Ooh, that's a lot of money. Oh my God. Who knows later on? Well, I'm just dreaming, alright? There's nothing wrong with that. Who knows, this painting will go for like 200 million. I wish. I so wish. Alright. Okay. Alright. So I say, if you like to combine all your paints, with your chosen pouring medium and paint additives, then mixing each color in a separate cup. But what I did here was I literally direct pour the red paint, the block paints on the canvas. Alright. You can either create stripes in any direction on the canvas, using 3 to 5 colors if you want to. You see, but me, I just kept it simple by using only red and black. For the background at least. As you can see on here. See? Using a hair dryer on high air or with low or no heat, gently move your paint around the canvas just like this, and fanning it out in various directions. You see, move the colors across and into each other to mix them and create cells and unique patterns. See, just do what you want, like create something unique. Don't just copy what I'm doing here, alright? So move the paint just a small amount with the hair dryer. You see, too much movement can cause the paint to mix too much. And you may only need to use the hair dryer for a few seconds to get a satisfactory result. See that? Just take it easy. Take your time. Just like this. So what do you call the 4-panel painting? If you know that answer, please don't forget to comment below and let me know what you think. And also, what are the 5 paintings together called? Also, if you know the answer to that question, please don't forget to comment below. Alright, I would love to hear your answers. This is really challenging, because of the gap. Unlike when you use the one whole canvas, then that's so different. It's really different if it's like that. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah. See that? Just take your time when you do this, alright? So let me I have to remind you that if your pour is complete, then it's important to ensure that it dries safely and it is sealed. So you you will want to wait at least for this kind of painting, because the paint is too thick. At least wait for 3 weeks for your paint to dry plus curing. Alright, like 3 weeks for your paint to dry and cure. Though the surface of an acrylic pour will take 1 to 2 days to dry, it depends on the temperature and humidity. So you'll need to wait a while longer for it to cure. Paint is cured when it is fully dry throughout and has hardened as much as possible. So like what I said, the exact cure time will depend on the climate where you live. So, in my experience, with this kind of painting, it takes like at least 2 to 3 weeks. But if you live in like hot climate, you may need to wait longer or even 1 month, because the paint that is still wet will appear very, very glossy and reflective. So once the paint has dried, it will have lost most of its gloss and will be safe to move it as needed. Okay, so it is important to wait until the paint has fully cured before sealing it. So you have to really let your paint really dry and cured, because the paint underneath, the one that's attaching to the canvas, is still wet. So it is important to wait until the paint has fully cured before sealing it. So even if your painting appears dry when you touch on the outside, it may still be wet beneath the top surface. So if you seal it at this point, then you will trap, the moisture, which can cause your varnish to craze. Craze means crack. Then it becomes cloudy or even grow mold. Oh, you don't like mold, see? That's dangerous to your health. So depending on what paint and what pouring medium you used, your colors may dull or darken as they dry. So this will happen most with low pigments or pigmented paints, or the cheaper pouring mediums such as the glue. Oh, I tried the glue. I recommend that don't use the glue. Please, I recommend that do not use the glue, alright? Or else you're just wasting your time, your energy, your canvas, all that. But the painting itself, the art itself, it's already dry and it looks really beautiful. But if you say glue, then you'll know that the quality is really not that good. So luckily, sealing your painting often restores the colors back to their original brightness or close to it. So later on, if I get a chance, then I can go to the store and buy like a kind of like a matte or glossy varnish, depending on where I'm going. So sometimes because of this COVID-19, they don't carry as much materials anymore like they used to. Now you have to like wait for their products to come. So you really have to like order online. So please check our Amazon link below. All right, and if you're going to make an eligible purchase, then they will pay us not so much, but they may, if you will click that link and buy it, they may pay us a commission, a small commission, depending on what product you buy or how many. Then it's up to you, really. If you will only buy one, then you know but thank you so much, though, for your patronage. And also, on behalf of my TSMA family, honestmeal.com, we thank you all so much. All right, to all our 18,000 subscribers, thank you all so much for your patronage, and we appreciate you all, and thank you so much for commenting. And if you have like suggestions or comments, please don't hesitate to comment below. We would really love to hear your feedbacks, all right, and or suggestions. And also, please, if you are new watching this video, please subscribe, and also hit that like button, because that will help us with the algorithm, and YouTube will promote our videos on YouTube. They will feature it, then that's gonna help us also grow our channel. But we cannot do that without you guys. So thank you all so much again for subscribing and for watching our videos. All right. All right, my besties. So I want you to pay attention to what we are doing right now. All right. What we are doing is what we call a puddle technique. So on this painting tutorial, we are like mixing all the mixed medias. All right, and just pay attention to this. Or you can also do like a some other painter, they put it in a cup and then they pour it. Well, you can do that if that's what you want, but me, I just like put all the paints by layers. All right, layering paints. Sometimes you put it on a container. All right, like some techniques will ask you to pour all of your paint colors into one container, then you layer your paints in a cup, like what we did to our previous videos. Please check that out, and also you want to pay attention to the order that you add them. You see, as colors that are next to each other will mix to a certain degree. So for instance, you pour white into a cup and then add red as your next color, then you will get pink in your finished piece. So if you don't want pink to appear, then you should layer at least 1 or 2 colors in between white and red to reduce the possibility of blending these colors. See this one, like what I did on here. There you go. Alright, I want you to observe. Alright? So when you wanna create cells, when you begin pour painting, so your main goal may be to create beautiful cells right away. While cells are a unique feature for pour painting, they can be elusive until you get the correct paint consistency. So I recommend not worrying about cells in the beginning, alright? And simply focus on just having fun. That's all it is, you know. That's why we are painting is to reduce stress. It's kind of like when you are singing on a mule. Our main goal there is not to waste our time loving all the songs, okay? And it's like what I don't like over there, it's like you don't have a job anymore. Like that's your whole job. Like you don't sleep, you just love and love and love other people's songs without even really enjoying to sing anymore. That's why I really don't recommend the like you force your family to love your songs like that. Unlike other groups that if you don't love their songs, then they will kick you out of their groups. And I don't like that. You know, I want my TSMA family to have fun. Alright. Because we all are paying VIP on Ismule, and I just don't want them to waste their time loving songs that, you know, they don't even listen to it. Like they just love and love in order for them to, for other groups, in order for them to go to KK. Even, you know, even you can't sing. I'm sorry, but I'm just stating facts here. And everybody knows that I am one of the ambassadors of ismule.com, and this is, I'm saying this based on my experience, alright? And it's already 8 years that, you know, that I'm with Ismule, and it's really not nice. I don't recommend my TSMA family to like waste their time. You know, we all have lives outside this meal, and sometimes with this situation we are on at the moment, like this COVID-19, you know, or work, if you have 3 jobs, 2 jobs, like that, it's so hard. And then you will go to Smule instead of singing, then you can't really enjoy because you are obligated to love other people's songs. And if you don't love them, then they will kick you out. I don't like that. I don't want to put my TSMA family on that situation. So just when you're painting, just simply focus on having fun. Having fun. Then you have to like getting used to your materials, you know, and getting the correct paint consistency. You'll know by the first time you put the paint on the canvas. You'll know right away. So when you do that every single day, then you'll know already. You will memorize the consistency. Sometimes you don't even like measure it anymore, because you'll know, just like what I'm saying. So you can create extremely beautiful paintings that have no cells whatsoever. So some fluid painters even work, specifically not to get cells. It depends really to the painter. So there are many ways you can create cells organically, like certain mediums like what I'm using, the fluid roll. This can assist with cell creation. And silicone and other additives will help too. So when you're trying different recipes and mediums, please pay attention to the effect the medium has on cells. Me, I'm using the silicone, and if you want that, you please check out the link below. Alright, that silicone assists in creating cells because it contains oil, which doesn't mix with water-based acrylic. So it's really good. And isopropyl alcohol has a lower density than water, so it tends to rise to the surface and create cells. So paint density, and also known as pigment density, can vary from color to color and from brand to brand. But generally, white is the densest. So as a result, it is often used as the bottom layer in certain techniques. For example, the flip cup. So when you put white on the bottom of the cup, then you flip it, then the density of white causes it to sink below the other colors on your canvas, so leading to cells. So when you do that, then the white paint will act as the divider, and it will create beautiful cells. You see, it can be beneficial to research paint densities too. And also, cells can also be created by, like, if there's air bubbles in your paint, then that too can create beautiful cells. So mixing faster or more vigorously can create more air bubbles. You might see more cells. So if you don't want cells, then mix your paints gently and let them sit for several hours, or overnight if you want to let the air bubbles dissipate. Then I recommend you to use torch. That too creates cells by quickly removing the air bubbles in paint, which usually forces the paint to separate, just like what I'm doing here. But this is not a torch, this is only a heat gun. So rather than letting the air dissipate slowly on its own, so for best results, you have to buy the torch. Use the torch immediately after adding your paint to your canvas and before any tilting. Alright, so keep the torch about 1 to 2 inches above your canvas. Holding the torch too close can burn your paint and cause it to crack. So you don't want that. You have to avoid that. And quickly sweep the torch back and forth, or alright, then over your canvas. So this is the final painting. Alright, if you like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, share, and comment below. And also thank you so much for watching the Sexy Music Assassins YouTube channel, Painting with TSMA Epiphany. Please don't forget to like and share. Alright, and also please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you all so much again for all the 18,000 subscribers. Alright, we love you all so much, and thank you all so much for your patronage. I will see you all next time. All right, and God bless you all, and have a very, very nice day. I love you all. Mwah. God loves you all. Bye.